One powerful breath can entirely change your reality. What if you could shift your entire state of mind, dissolve stress, and laser focus your attention, not in an hour, not in 10 minutes, but in the time it takes to draw a single breath? It might sound like wishful thinking, but today we're diving into the real neuroscience that reveals how one conscious breath can instantly rewire your brain chemistry and fundamentally transform how you experience the world. We all carry a biological superpower that most of us completely ignore, a tool that can take you from anxious and scattered to calm and in control in mere seconds. Stick around, because by the end of this, you won't just understand this power, you'll have experienced it for yourself. You hold the power to consciously change your physical and mental state right in your own lungs. That's not motivational fluff. It's a neurological reality. We're going way beyond the generic advice to just breathe that everyone's heard a million times. Instead, you'll discover exactly how it works, why it works, and what you need to do to make it work for you. Once you grasp the direct connection between your breath and your brain, you can learn to manage your emotions, amplify your focus, and tap into deep well-being anytime, anywhere, with one single powerful breath. Let's be honest, most of us are living in a state of constant low-grade stress. We're glued to our devices like moths to a flame, flooded with notifications and juggling a to-do list that multiplies faster than we can check things off. Our minds are always running at full throttle, either replaying yesterday's mistakes or worrying about tomorrow's challenges. And how does our body react to this relentless pressure? It adapts like a plant growing toward artificial light. Our breathing becomes shallow, quick, and comes from the chest like a dog panting on a hot day. We don't even notice we're doing it, but our own breath is feeding our anxiety like throwing gasoline on a fire. This is the signature of your fight or flight response running the show. Think of it like driving a car with your foot permanently pressed on the gas pedal. That system is designed for short-term emergencies, like sprinting away from a charging bull. But today, the threats are deadlines, traffic jams, and overflowing email inboxes. We're living in a state of permanent red alert, like a smoke detector that won't stop beeping. This constant high alert state leads to what so many of us feel every day. Brain fog thick as morning mist, emotional overreactions that surprise even us, exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, and that feeling of being totally overwhelmed like you're drowning in shallow water. You might feel disconnected from yourself, like you're watching your life through a window instead of living it. The irony is that the best tool to fight this is the very thing we're doing unconsciously every moment. Breathing. The way we breathe reflects our state of mind like a mirror. But here's the incredible part. It's a two-way street. By changing your breath, you can directly change how you feel. You can choose to take your foot off that gas pedal and gently apply the brakes. It's like having a remote control for your nervous system. And most people don't even know they're holding it. So, how can something as simple as a single breath make such a huge immediate difference? The answer lies in understanding your breath as a direct communication line to your subconscious mind. Think of your breathing pattern as your body's secret language. It's constantly sending messages about your internal state. And more importantly, your subconscious is always listening and responding to these signals. When you breathe shallow and fast, you're essentially telling your subconscious, "There's danger everywhere, stay alert." Your subconscious believes this message and responds by flooding your system with stress hormones, like a loyal bodyguard who never questions orders. But here's where it gets fascinating. Your subconscious can't tell the difference between a real tiger chasing you and an imaginary deadline stressing you out. It just responds to the breathing pattern you're sending it. This is why your breath is the ultimate reality creation tool. Every time you consciously change your breathing pattern, you're literally reprogramming your subconscious mind about what kind of reality you want to experience. It's like having a direct hotline to your body's control center. When you take slow, deep breaths, especially with longer exhales, you're sending a completely different message. You're telling your subconscious, I'm safe, I'm in control, I can handle whatever comes my way. Your subconscious immediately gets to work matching this new instruction. It starts releasing different chemicals, the calm, focused ones instead of the stressed, scattered ones. Your heart rate adjusts to match this new reality you're creating. Your muscles relax because the message they're receiving is all clear. Even your brainwaves shift to match the peaceful state you're broadcasting. This isn't just positive thinking or wishful hoping. This is you actively using your breath to reprogram your internal reality, which then shapes your external experience. You're literally breathing your desired state into existence, one conscious breath at a time. Now, for the most powerful single breath you can take, the physiological sigh. Popularized by Stanford neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman, research has shown this specific breathing pattern is the fastest known way to calm yourself down, like having an express lane to tranquility. A study in Cell Reports Medicine discovered that just 5 minutes of daily breath work, especially exhale-focused sighs, improve mood more than mindfulness meditation. It's like comparing a sports car to a bicycle. Both will get you there, but one is significantly faster. Here's what it is. A double inhale followed by a long, slow exhale. The first inhale fills your lungs like inflating a balloon, but it's that second little inhale that pops open the tiny, collapsed air sacs in your lungs like opening all the windows in a stuffy room. This maximizes the amount of oxygen you can take in and, more importantly, lets you purge the maximum amount of carbon dioxide on the long exhale. Getting rid of that CO2 quickly is a powerful signal that tells your nervous system to hit the brakes immediately, cutting down feelings of stress and panic like switching off a fire alarm. This science feels brand new, but what we're really doing is proving an ancient truth that's been around for thousands of years, like rediscovering a treasure map. In ancient India, yogis created a science of breath called pranayama, or life force control. They developed practices like alternate nostril breathing specifically to balance the nervous system like tuning a guitar. In ancient China, Taoist masters used specific breathing techniques to cultivate qi, or vital energy, like tending a sacred flame. And for centuries, Zen monks have used the breath as the anchor for meditation to clear the mind and stay in the present like a lighthouse guiding ships through fog. These traditions didn't have brain scanners or heart rate monitors, but they knew from pure experience about the deep connection between breath, mind, and body. They knew breath wasn't just for survival, it was the bridge between the physical and the mental, like a translator between two languages. Modern science is just giving us a new vocabulary to describe what they've known all along. When ancient texts talked about clearing the mind, we can now measure that as an increase in alpha brainwaves. When they talked about calming the spirit, we can now measure that as higher vagal tone and a steadier heart rate. The fact that ancient wisdom and modern science are telling us the same story is powerful proof that these tools for transforming our lives are timeless. They're our human birthright. Okay, enough theory. It's time to feel it for yourself. I'm going to guide you through one physiological sigh. I want you to notice how you feel right now, and then notice the shift, no matter how small, after this one breath. Get comfortable wherever you are, sitting, standing, it doesn't matter. First, take a deep inhale through your nose. Fill your lungs all the way up like filling a balloon with air. Now, when you think you're full, sneak in one more little sip of air through your nose like topping off a glass. And now, slowly, for as long as you can, exhale everything out through your mouth. Just let it all go with a sigh, like releasing all the tension you've been carrying. Let's do that one more time. A deep inhale through the nose, and another short inhale at the top, and a long, slow, complete exhale through your mouth. Feel your shoulders drop like weights falling off. Let the tension melt away like ice in warm sunlight. Now just pause for a second. What do you notice? Maybe things seem a little quieter, like someone turned down the volume on the world. Maybe your shoulders are less tense, like taking off a heavy backpack. Maybe the volume on your inner monologue just went down a notch. That subtle shift is real. That's you consciously taking control of your nervous system. That's you changing your state in a single breath. If you felt that shift, share your experience in the comments. Describing it helps reinforce the feeling, and reading what others felt can build a real sense of connection. This isn't just about feeling a little calmer for a moment, like a brief vacation from stress. Making this a habit can change how you move through your day, like upgrading your operating system. The real power isn't just managing stress, but using it as a trigger to access a higher state of focus. Countless people, from Navy SEALs using box breathing to performers using the 4-7-8 technique, use these tools to perform at their best when the pressure is on. We started by asking if one breath could really change your reality. The answer is a resounding yes. You have a built-in biological system for managing stress and shifting your state of mind, like having a superpower you forgot you had. You don't need a special app, a subscription, or fancy equipment. All you need is to become aware of the power you already carry in your own lungs. Your breath is always with you, like a faithful companion. It's your anchor to the present and your best tool for taking back control. The next time you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or distracted, remember this moment. Remember you have a reset button that's always available. Take one deep physiological sigh. Change your breath and watch how your world starts to change with it, like ripples spreading across a still pond. One powerful breath can entirely change your reality. Now you know how to use it.